Okay, so hello everybody, this is Tiffany and I'm just welcoming you all to the call. And I'm sitting here with Rianne van der Linde and Lola, and we're sitting here in Shakti's cottage up in the forest in Neisner. And so it feels quite appropriate that we're going to share this time with you, and we invite Shakti to join us as well. And I'm just going to go through sort of our intentions for the call and sort of the structure for it, and then we will sort of hand over and move through from that. So really, we've put this time together to just be sort of collectively, just as the collective field, and having a container where we have the opportunity to speak our feelings as well as any words that we're wanting to say specifically to Shakti, and our expressions in that, however that may, whatever form that may take. Someone said that they can't hear me, so if someone can let me know if they can hear me. And then Eleanor, maybe a sound thing on your computer. Okay. And okay, great, perfect. So it's really, it's an opportunity for us to just to be together in this time of our feelings in a very meditative, quiet space. Is obviously going to be the opportunity. If you're wanting to speak into the group, let me know in the chat box. So at the bottom of your screen there's a little option to say chat, and I can give you the microphone. This isn't going to be a time for questions or any needing to know information. It really is just a time of reflective sharing and speaking from your heart directly to Shakti or whatever else may be moving through you at this time. And yeah, I think if you're not wanting to speak directly, but you can chat, and you're welcome to just share and type in your expressions or anything that you're wanting to say into the chat box. Everyone will have the opportunity to see it and read it, and we'll really take it from there. I'm going to start. There was in here, we've been sort of starting with the process of cleaning up some of Shakti's things, and I found a poem or a dedication to her or a birthday card or something from October 2006, which was at the time that she was moving from Liesel to Shakti and taking on her name of Shakti. And I felt that it was really appropriate at this time, even though it was like from 9 years ago, 10, 11, excuse my math. And so I'm going to read it out just to start the call. And it goes, Shakti. She stretched out to the sky, light as a feather, but then she yearned to fly. She frolicked in the thermals, flowing as the river, but then she yearned for the sea. She thudded to the beat like a drum of Africa, but then she yearned for Gaia. She sweated in the heat, a flame of passion, but then she yearned for the fire. Now she is Shakti, and she yearns for nothing. So, although written at a completely different time, at the birth of Shakti as we know it, it seems really fitting to, you know, the words as it speaks now. So she's departing from this body. And then there was another thing that I found, it was a poem book that Shakti had written herself in 2002, Poems on the Heart's Journey. And again, something just very fitting, which I'll read out. It's called Swimming Loose. Swim loose. Let the webs that hold you go. Let the body separate, depart, go. In this deep floating through the waters of eternity, no truth anymore. The cells forget the voices that gave them form. Through the gateway of the dream, my consciousness departs. Here, no more reassuring myths, not even a trace of story. Beyond the echo of archetypes, I dissolve into nameless shapes and sounds that expand and change in liquid vastness. Losing all sense of possibility and limitation, I float into that luminous field that mirrors on all sides the awesome eye of God. So, again, something written by Shakti herself and so fitting for this time. So, with that, I'm just going to open up and welcome the space for people to share and speak directly to that. And Ral asked about lighting a candle. Yes, you're welcome in your space to light a candle for her. We've done that, and we've got some incense burning. So whatever feels appropriate in that. So Astrid's wanting to speak, and I'm going to pass her the microphone. Just wait. All right, Astrid, you've got the mic.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hi. I actually wrote, I may want to speak, but thank you. Thank you for handing the mic over, so I will just relax into whatever comes now. I just simply feel incredibly blessed to have even been possibly even on the periphery of Shakti's beautiful field of the essence of her. And I was very delighted to have been her neighbor for 9 months and really have felt the profound effects, intense and loving and blissful, of just having been in her space and having met her on a personal level and shared some intense moments with her as a neighbor and as a new acquaintance, and then having done the Inner Soulmate course, which affected me profoundly. And I was also very, very honored to have been with her on some of her healing journey, or her journey that unfolded in the last year, and shared with her dreams, medicine dreams, and energetic processes. But more than anything, I am so delighted to be in the area where Shakti has spent these last few years, and am absolutely soaked in and showered in a sense of bliss and love, it so overrides any sadness or any feelings of loss. Everything just feels so full. In fact, just having Shakti transition from her body, it feels that there is no vacuum. It just, the spaces just feel fuller and more complete than ever. So I just, Shakti, I'm saying every few hours during the day that indeed I hold you in the light. And every time I'm saying that, I just feel these showers of love and bliss and connection so deeply and so profoundly and so palpably. My darling, you are just, you just fill the world, you fill the universe with your immense, generous, loving, unbelievable spirit. And thank you for absolutely every breath you took on this last journey of yours with us, and look forward to the next journey with you, darling heart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Astrid. Thank you. Thank you for starting and setting that tone for us in this call.
Thank you so much for facilitating this. It's lovely to have the opportunity to.
No, for sure. Okay. Okay. Lamara, you put your hand up, so I'm going to pass you the microphone.
Very grateful to be here with all of you, giving our collective presence to Shakti together. And I noticed being curious about her transition, and I'm wondering, Tiffany, if you could share with us anything about her transition. It was definitely a surprise to me that she left her body, and I personally would really appreciate just getting to hear. Like I saw her email from just 5 days before she left her body, and her describing what she was experiencing in her body. And if you'd be willing to share what actually transpired with since then.
Okay, I see the questions are coming in on the chat box. So I will just go very, very briefly, because I do want to try and conserve this space for, our sharing towards and our feelings, and I also know that it is the big elephant in the room. So for all intents and purposes, Shakti was fighting quite, it was a big battle for herself, and physically her body was in one state, and spiritually and emotionally she was another, and very much, and that was the message in her newsletter of her intention to heal, of her intention to carry on, and it was quite strong for her. And there was the contradiction to her body. So she had a CT scan on the Monday. The results were not great. The cancer had spread quite extensively into her liver and to her lungs. And with that, I think she saw the inevitability of the results and left then just completely surrendered. She was given more, the doctors medically had given her more time, but I think her choice was that, she was already so connected, the veil was already, she was so connected to the other side and the other realms, and she was communing quite deeply with them. So she just went into sort of a deep meditative space and started dropping in on the Monday night, and Tuesday she left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Right, so that's for you and for everyone else on the call who may still have that question. But so I'd really like to now use the rest of the time for our, connections and sharing and words, directly to Shakti, whatever feelings that we're wanting to express directly to her, as well as any other expressions that might be moving through us. And all expressions are welcome.
I'll just add to that I love you, Shakti, and I'm so grateful for having known you and the incredible impact that your presence made on my life, that I pray that I get to carry forth some of the gold of your transmission through me in this lifetime, and I bless you and your ascension right now. May you be carried and held, and I know you are, being surrounded by so many angels and so much love and light right now. And may our whole group right now be felt by you and sending you love. Thank you.
Thank you, Lamara. Okay, some more hands have come up. So David, I'm going to give you the microphone.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay, Tiffany?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to say I only knew Shakti for a short period because I was on the Soulmate Within course. I just wanted to share really some blessings and some thoughts for Shakti. So what I actually wrote was just to thank you. So bless you, Shakti, for guiding me and I think many others through what transpired to be your last course, the Soulmate Within. And I truly will carry the gift of your presence and your gracious teaching forever in my heart. And I hold a tender sense of continuing Shakti's presence and honouring her legacy through putting into practice what she's taught me. I'm so grateful. And I want to end actually, I was in Ireland the other week. I was following the path of one of my, John O'Donoghue, who some of you may know, a great Irish poet, priest, philosopher. And I just wanted to share one of his blessings. It's actually called On the Death of the Beloved. And I remember Shakti many times talking about the beloved. So I'm just going to share a little bit, and this is for Shakti. So it says, Dear Shakti, let us not look for you only in memory, where we would grow lonely without you. You would want us to find you in presence, beside us when beauty brightens, beside us when kindness glows, beside us when love's eternal echoes flow.
Wow. Thank you, David. That's really, really beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Okay, I'm going to hand over through to Melissa, who's got her hand up. Melissa, giving you the microphone. Hi. Okay. Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Hi, we
My name
can
is
hear
Melissa.
you. Okay, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. You can speak, and we can see you.
All right, thank you. I'm in Bainbridge Island, Seattle. Thank you. Hello. This is my first time using Zoom. I spoke with Shakti, 7 years ago. I had a really powerful awakening at an Indigenous leadership gathering, which was where I met my husband, my best friend. And a week after that, Shakti Malan and Baba Des came to my city and taught a course on sacred sexual shamanism. I felt such an awakening of a lineage inside me, the ancient temple priestesses, the sacred prostitutes whose work was to connect humanity to God. And that started me on several years. Still really weaves in and infuses my life, and Shakti was amazing. I got to have a session with her. She gave me, she blessed me with her presence and intimacy, and I was shocked to hear that she had transitioned, but I feel her so strong. She gave me with people I've met all over the world, and I'm so grateful that she was and is, and spiritual sense of her here, and the light, the suffusement of all of us, and therefore the world we live in, all of this world, with her love, and the love within us all, and the love for everything. The awakening power of Shakti, sexual energy to create. It's been such a missing piece in our society. I'm really blessed to have known her, even for, an evening and a day. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for Melissa.
Blessings on you all.
Bye. Okay, I'm going to give the microphone to Thea.
Hello, everybody. I feel so blessed having been with her the last 3 years. And when I first wanted to be with her, she was ill. So I felt like so happy when I was able to connect with her in 2015, and everything she's given to me, she completely changed my life, opened me to everything that I was looking for a really long time, and also gave me the words and the embodiment to communicate it to the world, to myself, to the people in my life. And I'm so grateful for all of you and all the women being in the course with at present, and just also wanting to honor her in really practicing and really living her legacy. And just so grateful. And I yesterday I was at the dentist, and you know, when you're a little bit out at the dentist, and I just somehow connected with her, and I just saw her swirling in light and glistening and rainbows, and just really being free. And that's just always how I felt her in all these different dimensions, how free she is, how creative, how intense at the same time. And I just saw all this light glistening around her, and her glistening it all into us. So just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Thea. Also a note that it really is an opportunity to don't feel that you need to stay on, you know, for the whole duration of the call. It really is an opportunity to come and to share your devotion or share your gift of words or presence or feelings, and from there you're welcome to drop off or drop in again as you feel fit. But for those of you who do stay, it's completely welcome. So I'm going to hand the microphone over now through to Lipo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi. Oh gosh, this is not easy actually for me, and it's my own stuff. It's not Shakti. It's me. So yeah. I just realized that I still have, my own stuff to heal, and she helped me a lot, but I'm not still there. I'm not yet there. And these past days I've been crying quite a bit regarding her, for her, on her, because of her. And it's, and there are still some things in me which are not cleared out. So, and I realized that. So I suppose the work will just have to continue. And I also realized that I'm also, I had a transfer on her because I have an older sister. So I think there's also a lot of sadness and loss regarding my older sister. All I can do is I hope that it's going to, I've also had the thought quite a bit of the liquid body, to be in the liquid body, and that comes to me, and trying to be in this liquid body, just all of the blockages flowing out and releasing. She managed to do very well for us. And healing happening and continuing to happen. She helped us process. Get to, yeah. there's just one little thing that I wanted to say. I went through the messenger exchanges we had together. And the last one she sent me was, because I was always like, hey, Shakti, help, what do I do now? And the last one was, okay, I'm resigning on being your Facebook agony aunt. Which I found was very sweet and full of humor. I like that. So. No, she was really a reference for me, and probably because of maybe older sister also, and also because what she was. But there's still work for me to do. And that's I realise also being here now, you know. So that's okay. That's the way it is. So, yeah, life continues.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Shakti, for all you gave, and that you continue to help us and guide us and melt all of this. Just become free in love. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to hand the microphone now to Rael Goldberg, who's wanting to speak. Rael?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm here. Let me just position myself so that I can see.
Hi.
Greetings to everyone all around the globe. I reach out to a very dear, beloved friend, sister, guide, fellow traveler that connects us all at this very moment from wherever you are. And I want to offer my deep gratitude and also honor the times we shared together. Shakti, I met you on the dance floor where I immediately connected with the spirit of freedom that awakened me, the dance and the love for movement and music. And it awakened a path of knowing myself through my body and through the dance. And through the years doing the bliss dance with you, I got to connect deeply with parts of your being, my being. I want to thank you for the time you've taken to lead me towards my feminine essence. The very close moments that we shared, allowing me to express myself on that level. I want to thank you for the charity and the generosity that you gave. And I was honored to be present at the moment we discovered your illness, so-called illness, and to be for several months your medical health advisor. We traveled together on this, where you taught me a lot about the faith that goes with an illness of this kind, the complete surrender to it, but also the will and the determination to fight it through your own spirit. And when the treatment that we offered was not enough, you took it further to the next phase of your journey. And when that wasn't enough, then you went to the next phase, because you had work to do still, and you took every opportunity to find the the help on this earthly plane. But it was clearly beyond that. Somehow your destiny was to go through this illness in your absolutely unique way. And you chose the very time that you would let go. And I am eternally grateful for the complete admission to your journey, because it helped me to understand my work in a better light. I had hoped we would have a lot more time together, but I know that continues on a different plane now, and I open my heart to whatever you will bring to us down on this, in this physical plane. And the work you've done resonates through every facet of my own work. And I wish to give great honoring to that and great gratitude to that. A blessing to your ongoing journey in the spiritual realms. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rao. Okay, I'm going to give the mic over through to Margaret. Heisenberg?
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Thank you to everyone for being here, and Tiffany for inviting us here. Really, I to Shakti, I just want to say, thanks so much. Thank you, Shakti. You are such an amazing guest, like just such a beautiful celebration of in this world. Just such a gift, unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to say, but I think that's really so much gratitude for.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. Okay, I'm going to give the microphone now to James Lees.
Hi, everyone. And really, first I want to say thank you very much to you, Tiffany, for the space that you held and for who you've been, Shakti, and for Shakti's work going forward. And I want to say I sort of like that I'm coming after Raul and David, because there are not many men in this group here. And there rarely are. But I want to say that we men need all of you women to continue to hold the space of possibility for men and resolving this polarity and resolving things that men need to have. It has been so much of Shakti's work. So what I want to say is, you guys, you're not off the hook. And we guys need you to hold that space for us, please, because it's hard work. And you know that we're not necessarily the first people to come to the table. And I spent one weekend with Shakti and 17 women and myself sitting in a circle. And it was the most amazing weekend one could ever imagine. And the love and the graciousness and the healing of everybody in that room was incredible. So what I'm saying I sort of see this circle of all of women on this call, all of the women who Shakti has touched, and you're all kind of holding hands, surrounding the globe completely, and holding that space for the entire globe. And so what I'm doing is begging you, please do that, because Shakti's now put us all together, and I will happily join that whole chain going completely around the globe. Because I think she's touched enough people probably to do that more than once. So I would like to just then say, we could visualize all of us taking hands with each other now, and put your hands up, do what you have to do, and that we're holding hands and we're circling the globe, literally, and just holding that possibility for everything that she came to this earth to do, and everything that she left this earth to continue to do. Because she continued. You just don't stop somebody like that, and a spirit and a force and a love like that. You don't stop. It doesn't, just because there's no body doesn't mean she stopped her work. So let's celebrate what we've known, what she's given us, and really make a vow to her that we will continue holding hands with each other. So thank you, all of you who held hands for a long time, so that when I came into my workshop with 17 women and one man, me, it could happen. It could really happen. So thank you. And thank you, Shakti, for what you've created, and everybody who's on this call and everybody you've touched around the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, James. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to give the microphone now through to Catherine.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you, Tiffany, for organizing this community event. I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity to be with everybody in this. I just wanted to say that I felt so blessed to have met and been on an online course with Shakti, Awakening Feminine Sexual Essence, because for some reason it really it was important to me that she was from where I was born, South Africa, because a lot of, I think sometimes there isn't so much coming from the South around these issues. So I really loved that. And I also loved the fact that I was in a community, a global community, when I was on the course. The other thing that touched me deeply was that she, I thought bravely, was mentioning the dark mother, the shadow, the menopause. That in our culture and even in some practices, our youthful is celebrated, and it's a difficult decision for me coming into the menopause and going through this process. And Shakti just so beautifully, with such integrity, acknowledged all of that and helped to free me to think about it differently and feel it differently. And the last thing I wanted to say is that because of all the embodiment practices that were always part of her courses, maybe that's the reason that I really feel, and I feel I can see her now, somehow, somewhere, in the last few days, just really just smiling and full of love and encouragement and support. So I just want to give thanks for her life, and that it touched mine, and that I was able to feel that and have that as part of my life's journey on this being human. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Catherine. Okay, the next person to get the microphone is David.
Hi. I just wanted to share that I was privileged with meeting Shakti. I was in South Africa in March and April, and me and a friend went to a farmer's market. And I don't know where she came from, but she suddenly appeared, and we were having a great conversation at our table. It says my connection is stable. And anyway, we just had a really wonderful conversation, and then we ended up. I gave her a ride when her car was not doing well, and to a doctor's appointment in George, and then she took me. We went to the beach and swam in the waves, and she just dove right into those waves, just enjoying the sunshine and the ocean, and telling me stories about her life and swimming with the dolphins. And so I actually signed up to go swim with the dolphins and her in October. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm sure I'll feel her presence there with the dolphins. So just wanted to share that and make myself known to all of you who are in South Africa, because I plan on coming back there as often as possible. I fell in love with the Sedgefield and Wilderness area, and plan to come back after the October dolphin swim in November. So look forward to meeting some of you. Thank you. And thank you, Shakti, for connecting me with all your friends.
Yeah. Thank you so much, David. And yeah, on that, just to make a note that during that dolphin retreat will be a specific special sort of tribute and ritual for Shakti. Her ashes will be sent out to the sea in Mozambique on that retreat. So there'll be a particular ceremony. So all are welcome, and we really are looking forward to particularly to that retreat. So yeah, thank you. I'm going to give the mic over through to Norma. Norma? Yes.
Video.
We can hear you, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. And see you now.
Okay. I just want to say, Hambagate, my darling sister, there's great love for you always and in all ways. And I want to express my appreciation and deep gratitude to the sisters who have all helped Shakti on her way these last weeks and months. And also to express great love to all who are grieving her physical presence right now. I send great love and light and good energy to all. Hambagate, Shakti, my darling. Thank you.
Thank you, Norma. I'm glad you could make the call.
Thank you for the call.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to hand the microphone over through to Dorothy. I know we've got a few hands up. Hopefully we'll all have a chance. Dorothy?
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me now? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I won't be long. I just feel very honored and humbled by what is happening. And I didn't meet Shakti. I just joined the course recently. So I feel as if I'm at the beginning of my journey to sexual healing and awakening. And actually, I feel I just did not appreciate the power and the glory of Shakti and what she's brought to women and men too. So I just want to say, my gratitude that I found this course. But I wish I'd been more on the ball during the course so far. I've been taken away in various times and places, and very full of gratitude that I just saw her online and got a piece of understanding from her, and I'm sure there'll be much more. And I'm very grateful that I'm part of this bigger circle of women and men, and who I hope will help me to find my way. So I'm just very grateful for this time, and wish Shakti blessings in her new place, it's a new life, and I'm sure will be continually helped by her.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy. Okay, I'm going to give the microphone now through to Jennifer.
Oh, my dear Shakti, thank you so much for all the crap you put up with me. I feel Shakti really was there for me at a time that I guess I would say it was my darkest night of the soul that I've had in this life, and I could not see the light outside of the tunnel, and I had several teachers supporting and guiding me, but Shakti, you met me in ways that nobody else could, and I was always so confused and falling, and she saw so beyond that, and she saw my greatness and my radiance. And anyway, I just love her so much, and the sisterhood and brotherhood that I've been introduced to. You know, it's strange. It was quite a surprise that she was passing, but it's almost like so much has been falling away in the previous days that you were leaving, Shakti, and as you passed, so much has been dissolving out of my body and consciousness around the sacred feminine and masculine, and I just so feel your presence and your blessings, and thank you. I almost feel like all the training and courses I've been with you in, I didn't quite get it then. I did on a certain level, but I feel like now with your passing, like there's this ripening that's happening to me, and I feel like I'm ready to embody and live your teaching on a whole new level. And so thank you, my dear. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You're so with me. I love you, and I love you, sisters. Thank you. Thank
Thank you, Tiffany, for bringing us all together, and I hope you continue to all together. We can somehow keep that going. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, I'm going to give the mic over through to Vivisa. Are you with us? Okay. All right, so it seems that she's dropped off, so I'm going to give the mic to Sarah. Yeah. We can't hear you. You're unmuted, but unfortunately. Yeah. No. Maybe unplug your things and try. Okay. So in the meantime, I'm going to hand the mic over through to Joanna, and then I'll come back to you. Okay? Cool. All right, Joanna?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
I met Shakti last February. She was in the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And well, I'm saying I met her because I do feel as if we met in the physical realm as well, as if it wasn't through the internet. And I felt attuned. I felt connected immediately. And then I took part in a few webinars. And I was always astonished and delighted how beautifully present she was in the body. Despite age, despite problems with health, she was radiant. And I remember her like that. And in a way, I feel as if I had hugged her, as if I met her in a room, in the same room, and just looking into her face and in her eyes. And when the newsletter came just in the middle of July, there was something else in it. It was different. And it was when the news, when the information came that she passed away, I remembered the newsletter, and I realized there was that information and the newsletter as well. And I realized all was well, and I raised my hand. I was being really nervous about talking. And it takes courage to raise my hand and to talk. And I know she is there smiling, saying, just go, Joanna. And then I can speak English fluently, but right now I'm nervous. But I want to appear just as I am in this moment. And I didn't take part in the course. I thought I wasn't ready. And just I accept everything. And I would like to share something. When I learned that she left her body, I thought, when the newsletter came, I wanted to share a poem with Shakti, and I thought I could do it later, or maybe she wouldn't like me to do it. And then I would like to read the poem right now. I know she can hear it, and I want to share it. And before I do it, I also wanted to say that even if I didn't meet her in person, or I didn't meet any of you in person, I feel a part of community, and that is a great feeling. So the poem is entitled An Ancient Turtle. I'm an ancient turtle, wrinkled and toothless, chewing upon my thoughts, once harsh, now smooth, like eggs I used to lay in the sands of bay, countless. My minute eyes piercing 1 minute, melting a moment later, as I let the waters of my memory take me back and forth, in and out of time. My shoes patterns telling an eternal story, let my secrets remain sheltered, safe within me. I am an ancient turtle. I know what to share and what to save for myself on the shore, off the shore. Thank you, Shakti. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Joanne. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to hand the mic over to Rebecca.
Hey.
Hello.
Tiffany?
Yes, you can see.
Can you come back to me?
Are we with you? Oh, come back to you later. Sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. The next person I'm looking to is Naomi.
Can you hear me?
Oh, now we can, yeah.
It feels good and beautiful to my system to be here and connecting with this community in this way, and I really feel Shakti in this moment. And I've just been tuning into the moment before I was to speak, and here in the west of England, southwest England, it's really, really raining outside. It's a downpour, and I really will think of Shakti often when I connect with. I've been swimming every day this week in a beautiful lake near where I live. I'm thinking of her a lot. Her love of the water, and I'm very, very grateful to her for opening me to the liquid body, to my own liquid body. The experience with the dolphins is one of the most beautiful things I've ever done, ever given to myself, and that was her. That was that place. I feel very, very touched by James's words, well, by everybody, but particularly by James speaking, and the passion with which he articulated that wish for us all to hold hands and to continue her work. And I make that vow. Yeah, I do. I really, it's my delight and pleasure and privilege to carry on Shakti's teaching and to bear the light that she so generously brought to us. So I really pray that, well, that I'm supported by her and whoever else she's got on her side doing that. I'm gonna miss these meetings, these online meetings, and future meetings in the physical body, which I had hoped would happen for me. But I just feel like, wow, I'm so lucky, Shakti. Yeah, I'm so lucky.
Thank you, Naomi. Okay, I'm going to first give the mic over to Vivita, who was trying to connect earlier, and then Rebecca, and then we're going to pass through to someone else. All right, so Vivita.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Tiffany, for organizing this. I mean, hi, Shakti. I mean, I've never got to meet you personally because we're so far physically, but having to grace your webinars and listen to you speak and learn some wisdom, absorb some wisdom from you. Shakti, you have such a way with, putting the shadow side, the deepest, dark, muckiest part of human nature in a very kind, gentle, and a very loving way of saying and presence. At first, I was a bit surprised that you left your body because just few days back, another light worker has passed on. And I always believe that is a part of living, and you chose to ascend. And in a way, I feel very joyful that you have left the painful body. And now I wish you really so much love to be in pure joy, along with Steve Johnson, Mariam Mizakani. And I think you have a lot to discuss with others up there. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Vivita. Okay, we're going to go back to Rebecca.
Hi, everyone. There's so much I want to say, and now I'm having a hard time speaking. When I heard that Shakti had passed away, I went to my favorite park, and it's by the water. And I just felt her presence with me really strongly, and I've been feeling that over the past few days. I first started working with Shakti back in 2013, I think it was, and the Sexual Awakening for Women facilitator training. And her work and the experience that I've had with Shakti and with the other women, some of you are here right now, it's really changed my life and impacted me for the better. And I love sharing Shakti's work, and I'll continue to do it. Yeah, I thought I'd have more I wanted to say, but I feel like that's it. Just that I feel so much gratitude, and I feel heavy in my heart that I didn't actually meet Shakti in person. I mean, other than through Skype. We talked through Skype a couple of times, and I feel some regret that I wasn't able to attend any of her workshops in person. But I'm happy to have had the time that I did have with her and with some of you women here. I look forward to continuing her work, and thank you, Shakti, for everything. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, we're going to hand over the microphone to Devika.
Hey.
Hi. Yes, we can see.
Ooh. Shakti. I have so many beautiful images of you walking on the land in Nauma. Up the cliff, see you in the teepee. After the flood, when you moved your camp down by the river, and we spoke about Shakti as the archetype of the feminine embodiment. I just want to show you today one expression of Shakti. You embody the goddess so fully. You embody her with and without the body. And I'm amazed how your work, how your enormous work you have done over the last 14 years since I met you in 2002. I think I was a baby. And I was fortunate to be part of holding space for you there, and our friendship continued and is continuing in such a tangible way. Thank you, Shakti. I feel you in my body. I feel the quality that you are in the land. I feel it in beauty around me. I see Shakti in everything. And I particularly want to thank you, Shakti, for what you did for Luna, my stepdaughter in Nauma. How you supported her in becoming a woman at the age of 12. And the ceremonies we had, and how you played with us all. And I remember especially when Luna had taken you up the cliff and showed her one of her special places with the clay that was red and a bit gold and a bit silver. The two of you came back completely one with the land. And how that has blessed us all. And thank you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your radical love. For your uncompromising willingness to see the beauty, to make the connections through the body, to say yes to life, raw and beautiful and horrible as it is. Thank you for all the inspiration. Thank you for your incredible laughter. And I see you now diving in the ocean of light, playing with your green light, your Tara green wings. Feel them. And it's continuing.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Tiffany.
Thank you, David.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, Circle.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to give the microphone on to Antonia.
Hi. Thank you, Tiffany.
Okay.
Well, I was very, very shocked to hear the news, I have to say. Like, it just hit me very hard somehow. And I didn't know that I would feel so strongly when I heard. I guess for me, I encountered Shakti's teachings at a time of like a few years of feeling very dark about patriarchy and struggling. And there were a couple of other teachers, and then Shakti's work like just was this incredible light. Like it made me realize like my own femininity, which couldn't really seem to find a place. Suddenly I felt like I found like I understand who I am now in a certain way through her teachings. So it's just had a really beautiful, big impact on my life, and I'm so grateful for that. I feel like she was really an incredible light. I don't know many real teachers, and I feel like she was truly a teacher. I just talked with her one time in person, and I remember just giving her gratitude and looking in her eyes, and there was so much lightness and warmth and pure love. Like I couldn't feel any ego. There was just this lightness and love, and that is just amazing. So even though I am feeling very sad and like trying to make sense of how, like, why so soon? Like she had such a lot still to give somehow, and I feel she really leaves a big gap in the world. At the same time, I'm also reminding myself that, wow, she really gave her gift. Like she lived, and her gift to the world is incredible. And just to be really grateful for that. Yeah. So I'm just in a place of quite a lot of sadness and grief, I suppose. Even though she just had a big impact on my life somehow. And also massive appreciation, and really want to just honor who she was and all that she did and is doing, and give thanks, and also for all of us whose lives she's touched. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for organizing the call, Tiffany, for all of us.
Thank you, Antonia. Great. Okay, I'm going to give the mic over through to Juliet.
Can you hear me, Tiff?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel that I'd love to share what's been coming to me this week, and also my memories of Shakti and my journey with her and appreciation of her. I met her about 8 years ago, and I just remember so clearly the first time that I saw her. It was like I knew her already, and there was just so much love between us. then I attended one of her first Sexual Awakening for Women retreats in Nama in the Karoo, and through her transmission of the sacred sexual feminine, I had this deep awakening inside of my body, and I just felt Shakti inside and outside of me, and it was just such a profound awakening for me. And I remember in that retreat, I just said to her that I'm here to do this work and to be alongside her on this journey of bringing this into the world. And from that time on, my whole life transformed. I was in a corporate job that I hated, and a marriage that wasn't working, and I just let go all of that, and I packed my things and my belongings, and I went and I spent 2 years in nature, and Shakti was my guide during that time, and then she also became my really dear friend. She stayed with me. A few memories that I'd like to share. I went to America just before she got married, and I spent 2 nights with her in California in the Redwoods with her and Aaron, and it was just like such a precious experience walking with her in the forest, and then here in Cape Town when she was diagnosed with cancer, she came and stayed with me in Hout Bay, and I just got to experience very tender, intimate time with her, and just time to hold her as well, and just to witness her grace and her beauty in what was unfolding in the journey of the cancer, and how it was opening her up to deeper and deeper levels of love and light, and that was coming so strongly through her transmission on this journey. She was just transcending more and more and more. And then I was alongside her in the creation of the Inner Circle program, and also helping her on the Sexual Awakening for Women facilitators training courses. And I could just feel her, especially after her first journey to John of God, how she started to transcend and to connect with the higher realms. And I just felt that transmission coming through her into me. And when she moved through so quickly, it was very sudden, and I felt a lot of grief, like my physical body, my human heart, like went into deep grief and deep pain and sorrow, and but then there was so much transformation over the last week. It's just layers and layers have been stripping away, and so much light and love coming through. And I went to the beach, to the ocean, icy cold winter ocean. I'm here in Cape Town, South Africa, and I dipped into the sea, and she just came to me so strongly, and the sky opened up, and she said, I'm infinitely here now. I'm here more than ever. I'm with you in every moment, everywhere. And I just felt her transmission even more, and I felt her teachings even more. And she said to me that her body was limiting her, and now she's limitless. And I just want to share that with all of you. It's like she's so much more here for us now, and just to tune into her, and to just to be still and relax and let go of your that mind body that we get trapped in, and just open up to her. And she is there, and she's downloading a lot at this time, and there's so much light available to all of us, and it's not going to stop. So yeah, just feeling like so much power and inspiration and creativity. And she's just given me such a clear message that I'm here to continue the Sexual Awakening for Women work and bring that even more into the world. And just feeling all limitations dropping. It's like I feel infinite and connected to all of you and everything all at once, and also going through the human experience of the pain and the grief. But I'm just so deeply grateful. She touched the depth of my soul and has awakened me to my life purpose. So I'm just, in total awe and wonder to have been so close to this woman during this time.
Thank you, Juliet.
Everybody. Yeah. Thanks, Tiffany.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to try Sarah again. Let's see. Hi, let's see. So you are unmuted, but we aren't still not hearing you. No. Okay. We're feeling you, but welcome to type and share, or just be with each other in the group. Yes, Andrea, as I said, maybe go out, can go out of Zoom and come back in again. Sometimes that connects the audio of Zoom. Sometimes it just hasn't connected to the computer's audio, so that might be a way. Okay. We still have some time if anyone still feels called to share, expressing their feelings or thoughts through to Shakti. All right, I'm going to give the microphone to Andrea.
Hello.
Hi.
First of all, I'm so grateful for being on this call and hearing everybody's sharing and being deeply touched by Shakti's presence as well. And I want to share that how she deeply touched my life, just as everyone's else, even though I connected with her teachings by listening to one of her, just an introductory, I think it was an interview with somebody else. And at that moment, I was in my life, what's intimacy about? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And then I listened to Shakti's interview and I said, oh my God, this is something new. This is totally connecting with me. And then I started with some of her courses. And now I'm so grateful that life made it possible in such a way for Shakti to come to California to attend a retreat with her and to be in such a presence where she was just pure unconditional love. She gave so much to us, and you could feel a different way of being and a different way of listening and being accepted. And when she would look into your eyes, nothing had to make sense, because at a bodily, in your body, you could feel just healed. And I remember I was having a 50-minute talk with her. We each had our 50-minute talk, and during mine, I started crying, and because we were talking about role models. And she said, well, the child in you, or the woman in you, now she has to pick a role model. Think about somebody. And I said, and I looked at her and said, I want you to be my role model. And then she said, okay, then from now on, listen to me and pay attention, and I will be your role model. So I'm always going to remember that. Even then, now I take it more to heart, of course, than then. And then I wanted to share that, again, I don't know how life worked. We were flying together to John of God, but on separate planes. And then something happened with the planes, and we ended up spending one day with her in Miami. And then was when you could not, because it was me and Andra, so we weren't just, I didn't see only the teacher, but I saw the human. And she was like a child in Miami, because she said, oh my God, this life is new to me. I don't know how people live like this. And she was just like a child, and we were laughing and talking about stories and life. And it was really nice to just spend some time with her as a friend, not just as a teacher that you always look for an answer from her. And during the retreat and after that, the John of God, I saw the part of me that always wanted to be saved by Shakti. And once she told us, I want you to be responsible for your well-being. And then we said, okay, I see that I don't need Shakti to save me, because she already gave me so much, and so much love and so much acceptance, and so many gifts that I got from her, from all her teaching, but so much more from just being in her presence. So I'm taking responsibility for my own well-being, and taking further her teachings and her kindness, her compassion, and her way of loving. Because she said, when you live as love, you don't have to feel any certain energies in your hand or in your body to verify that you're special. You're already special. Each of us are already special. Because at John of God, I had a dream where somebody was saying that you are the chosen one. And I told Shakti and said, of course, this dream came perfectly for you, because you're looking to see if you're special or not. You are the chosen one. Each of us is the chosen one to do their work on this planet. So thank you, Shakti. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for all your teachings and for the impact that you had on everyone. And I promise to keep doing my work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Andrea.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Okay, Sarah, we're going to try again. I see you, but I'm not hearing you still. Okay, well, that's that. Bye. Okay. Rachel?
Hello. Can you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing myself. Is that what
Yes,
it's
yes.
like? I've obviously waited all this time, and then I just thought, okay, there's a little bit more time. I did several courses with the Shakti some years ago, and I'm so inspired by everything that so many of you have said. I feel sad, really, that I wasn't ready enough. I loved her. I was really moved and touched by her work, deeply moved, but I wasn't ready to really take it on myself. And so there's a sadness that I've lost that opportunity. But hearing everyone today, I'm also seeing that I already have everything I need. What's missing is just knowing that I have it, and what James said about we women, how we need to share ourselves and show men the way, and that being in my place of no confidence, I'm not allowing myself to show my light. So it's been lovely to hear everyone today. And yes, I want to share in keeping the energy of Shakti alive and the message for me and for everyone else.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Okay, we were going to have Antoinette. Just let me get her back. Yep. We are still not hearing you. Let's see. I can see you. There we are. Yes, we can hear you. Okay, Antoinette, it says that your network bandwidth is low, so we can try again just now. I'm going to give the microphone to Carissa, who's a dear friend of Shakti's, who will share a poem with us. Carissa?
I'm trying to start.
Yes, we can see you.
Okay. So, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Tiffany, for organizing this, and especially for the beautiful poetry that you showed. I was so moved by it, and yeah, just the prophetic nature of it. And so, for Shakti, I feel her so deeply tonight. And so I'd just like to read a poem, and it's in Afrikaans, in Shakti's home language. So I'm going to read it for her, and then I'll see whether I can translate it a little bit. It's called Extase, and it's actually written by an Afrikaans poet who died many, long ago. It's one of great Afrikaans poets. And I was so surprised because last weekend, while I was, very much thinking of her, praying for her on her journey, I opened this book, this Afrikaans book, The Power of Silence. And on the first page was this poem published with an old Afrikaans poet. And it was like he wrote it for her. So I read it in Afrikaans. And to you, Shakti. Ekstase. Gedachte is ek van God vlammende ziel. In woord van sy mond. Lied van sy hartse liefde. En daad van sy wil. Hy gee verdink soos die sterre. En ons skep daar sy te voel. Ons wat die klank van sy lag is, van helder eeuwige blydskap. Ek vloei in hom. Vloei in sy wysheid, soos 'n stroom in die oseaan. En soos geur in die blomme lewe, wees die kinders. Ek is hy is ek. Geen soort in ewigheid. And the poem is called Ecstasy.
Carissa, can you move the microphone down before you do the English version of it? It's up.
Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Now the poem is called Ecstasy. And it says this. I'll try and just translate it loosely. A thought am I from God's flaming soul, and word from his mouth. I'm a song from his heart of love, and a deed from his will. God thought me like the stars, and created me like his dream. We who are the sound of his laugh, the clear, eternal joy. I flow in God, I flow in his width like a stream in the ocean. And like the beautiful aroma that lives in flowers, I live in God. I am God, and God is me, without boundary in eternity. So thank you very much, Tiffany, and thank you, Shakti, and yeah, blessed be. Thank you.
Thank you, bye, Carissa. Okay, I'm going to pass the mic over through to Andra.
Hello, everyone. I would like to also continue a little bit on what Andrea, my sister, was sharing, because actually she was the one who found Shakti and introduced us both to Shakti. And I felt immediately connected to her and her teachings, and followed her for a long time. And in December, I received an email from Shakti saying that, because I wasn't following her on Facebook, so I wasn't aware of Jan of God and any of her journeys, only of whatever she was posting on her website. And in December, when she said, I've been to Jan of God, the entities told me to come back in May with a group of people. And like, okay, I'm going. So because I wasn't aware that it's going to be possible for me to go to her retreat and to Jan of God. But she said, the entities told me to come back. I'm like, yes, okay, I am special. I'm going back to Jan of God. I convinced my sister Andrea, and we both went. And the journey itself was so beautiful, because with Shakti was always it was always a mirror for my ego. My ego has played a lot of tricks to me. Actually, in the retreat, and after that, a Jan of God, and having Shakti there, she would always bring me to earth, and she would remind me that worthiness, because the most I was struggling with worthiness. You know, if you feel, if you sense, if you know, then you know you have it right. You're on the path. I mean, I had this thing of specialists. If I could only feel, I would know I would be worth it. If I could only sense it in myself, I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be. And Shakti would always look into my eyes and would say, Andra, nothing of that really matters. Just go deep within your soul. Yes, then she would have this thing in which she say, just soft stillness, soft. Go soft into your heart, my love. Go soft into your heart. And I would sit there at Jan of God in meditation. And when my ego would come and play tricks, I'll be like, okay, think of Shakti, look into her eyes and go, my love, just soft love, soft love, soft love. So I'm very, very grateful to have spent a month and a week with her, and she's been such a generous and gentle and loving with myself and with everyone, and I'm just so humbled by her presence. And as Andrea said, I emailed Shakti, hey Shakti, can we can we take the same flight with you to Brazil? And she said, no, I need like a day to recover and recollect my thoughts. And I said, okay, no problem. And after that, the destiny made it in such way in which we ended up spending a day with her in Miami, and I was laughing. Hey Shakti, I think the entities favored us this time. Because yeah, we got to spend it with you, and it was just so beautiful. She was so simple, so delightful, childish like sometimes, and she was just beautiful. So I'm very grateful to have been able to meet her and spend time with her and learn from her and really understand the meaning of, not understand because you see, it's again the mind, really feel the meaning of love and kindness and generosity. So she's definitely my role model as well, and I'm gonna keep her in my heart forever. So thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Okay, I'm going to try Antoinette one more time. See if it will work.
Hi.
Yes,
Can you
that
hear me?
works. Yes.
There we go. Cool. I wanted to share two stories about Shakti. I met Shakti. I went to her retreat in Mozambique, and it was a sexual awakening retreat. And my biggest wish was to swim with dolphins, and it came with the sexual part of it, which I didn't feel very comfortable at the time, but I knew that I could somehow work it. And that retreat was just such a gift to me. I keep on thinking back to it. It gave me so much on so many levels, because it really opened me up. Shakti really gave the gift of authenticity. I think I attended a few of her retreats, and Shakti was she never put herself on a pedestal. That was so clear for me. I so appreciate the times that she was really vulnerable in front of me and us, and opened herself up to that, and that she felt so held by us that she could actually go there and share where she was in her life right now, her concerns, her worries, her hurts, her pains. And the fact that she did that gave me almost the permission to do it myself, to open up to that, and it made me see the power of being authentic. And it took me so much deeper in my relationships with people around me. Yeah, that is the one thing that really, really stands out for me. There's another thing that came on that same retreat, and I had quite a big fear of the ocean. It started when I was a little girl. I don't know what happened, but I would walk into the ocean and I'd just kind of swim and be fearful and quickly dip in and then leave. But Shakti taught us a ritual of becoming one with the ocean before walking into it, and it was literally praying to the ocean and sitting down and becoming the ocean, and then walking into the ocean and just trusting the ocean. And that ritual helped me so much. I really, after that, we were in Mozambique for 4 days, and that came on day 2. And after that, I just found myself swimming and bathing and rolling and just being held by the waves of the ocean. And I could hear the ocean saying, it was never my intention to take you. I want to support you. I want you to float on me. I want you to dive in me. I want you to become one with me. I was 10 days ago, I was spending some time in the Caribbean waters, and I stayed in the water for 4 hours, and I was lying on my back, floating and looking up at the sky, and Shakti came through so strongly in that time, and the memory of her helping me to bridge the sphere of the ocean. And it was a magnificent time. It just stays with me, and I really want to thank her for that gift, because it set me free on many, many levels, and it will stay with me forever. When I think of her, I just see her everywhere, and I see dolphins, and I just see her free, and I really want to say that I agree with Juliet in saying that now she is limitless. Her work is everywhere, and I really feel it very strongly everywhere, almost more so than when she was in her body. So, Shakti. Thank you.
Thank you, Antoinette. What I'm going to do now, unless there's anyone else that still wants to talk, is that I'm going to read another quick, small little poem, one of the poems that Shakti wrote. And then I'm just going to leave the lines open. I will, and you can all just sort of drop off the call as and when you feel called to, and just have your sort of moments of silence and silent prayers. So thank you everyone who has joined the call today, and everyone that's shared, and everyone that's just being here silently with your presence. It's really greatly appreciated. And yeah, so the poem is called Surrender. I climb through branch-framed clouds into laughter that ripples like trout over breathless streams. There are no reasons to be this gay apart from my surrender into the singing moment of madness. So with that, I'm going to leave you all, and thank you again for joining. And yeah, the work continues and Shakti continues, and yes, she's definitely with us all a lot stronger, and it's really expanding her capacity and availability as a teacher, being able to call and learn her dreams and in meditation and everything else. So thank you.